Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Look what we have here. Finally, it's arrived. This is, it should be a Heljan Class 3300 gauge locomotive, 3308 Eastleigh. Right, so as we can see, it's in this parcel, so we need to go and get ourselves a knife. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Now with a device that we can open the box, we can actually open the packaging. So let's open it. Right, so we've got to be careful that we don't actually do anything to the Heljan box. So I'm just going to cut from the top here. Just so we don't do anything to the Heljan box. It looks like it's got some bubble wrap in there, which is really good. So this was purchased off eBay for £95. Oh god, I think it's difficult to open actually. So it was purchased from eBay for £95, which I thought was good for what the locomotive is. I could have made an offer, but I didn't want to, just because of the rarity of this particular loco, and the fact that somebody could just buy it. You know what I mean? Like as soon as someone sees this, it's such a thought out for model, and someone could quite easily buy it. So look at this. This is the Heljan box here. It's one of the earlier style boxes, as you can see, for an earlier Heljan model. They so it slides open on top. So that's what we're going to do, just like the Dapple O gauge box for the Terrier. We are going to open it up, and as you can see, we've got some foam in there. It's nicely packaged. It looks nice, etc., etc. Right, so we're going to remove the foam. Oh yes, look at that! Look at that! Right, it's lovely. It's got everything. Right, okay. So first of all, we have. So this was a second-hand model. We have some head codes there. To put in the loco. I'm not sure if the loco already has head codes in at the moment or not, but if so it doesn't, I'll fit those into the loco somehow, which is obviously as it should do. We've also got something else down the bottom there, but I can't get to it at the minute. I'll have a look at that later. We've got details. We've got all the detail packaging still there, as seen. It looks as if it's been opened, probably to have a look at by the previous owner, because this was second-hand, mind. Right, so let's remove the loco from the packaging. I don't particularly like this packaging, because I find that it just worries me with the locomotive in this packaging. So I'm going to tilt the packaging over and lift the loco out there. And already we have an issue. Right. Okay, so basically I've just opened the loco from the box, and already we have issues, which has really worried me actually. So the buffer beams come off. That's a bit... oh dear. Okay, this is worrying me now. Oh crap. And the lids come off. Okay, well I needed to get the lid off anyway, because already I've seen a fault. Oh dear, what is this? Alright, okay, so the lid is intact. The lid is intact. I'm a little bit concerned of the fuel tank there and all. Right, okay, so basically the lid, first of all, the lid was on that way round, which is wrong because the fuel tank, so obviously the owner has put the head codes in, but the fuel tank is supposed to, so the big one is supposed to go to the grill end, and the smaller one is supposed to be facing the other end, which is also where the Speedo is. But luckily enough, the buffer beam isn't broken. As you can see, it's only come out of its socket, so it's easily glued back in there. So that's all right. I'm not fussed about that. Overall, this is looking pretty good. So if we just rotate that round to the right way, so we want, let's have a look, see if the lid isn't damaged at all. Okay, so the lid isn't damaged. It's obviously just had vibrations within the track of where it was arriving from. It doesn't feel very still on there, but there we go. It's on there. Perfect. We've put it on there. And now we can have a look around the loco. I'm not going to bother putting the buffer beam on yet because, well, clearly, obviously, it's fallen off, which is a real shame. But we can have a look at the buffer beam. It's obviously vibrations from the transportation. I've waited so long for this loco. I mean, seriously, it's been weeks and weeks due to the snow. But there's the buffer beam. It's got all the detail on it. They are sprung-loaded. Sprung-loaded buffers, look, which is fantastic. Right, so let's get to the locomotive itself. So we have a lovely high-intensity headlight on the front there. We have lamp irons. This is what I'm not really keen on about the earlier Heljan models. The lamp irons are painted the wrong colour. They should be yellow, like the yellow panel, but they're not. This I'm going to try and rectify. It's got a nice head code in there already. I'm not to be honest with you, I like that head code. That's what I'd like in it. So I'm not too fussed with that. It's got nice underframe detail, although the springs are wrong. They're a little bit too far forward. They should be further back on a Class 33 locomotive. Nice fuel tank detail, etc, etc. Right, okay, so we have the Speedo. The Speedo is on the opposite side, just there. So the Speedo's all nicely there. I wonder if you can see that. I mean, the lighting isn't great because it's coming from one side and it is the morning. But we have the head code there, which is obviously to indicate that it's the back of the loco. I'm just gonna have a look closely and just. I have spotted something here. This handrail here at the front, I don't know whether you can see that very well, but it is a little bit bent upwards. Now, I think that needs to be bent down and sorted out because that would just irritate me seeing that. But apart from that, I really like it. We've got some good roof detail as well, really nice. We've got all rivets, etc, etc. We have an etched fan grille there. Unfortunately, you can't really see the fan very well because on these earlier models the fan grille was not very fine, so you can't really see the fan inside. There is a modelled fan in there, but you can't really see it very well at all. Yeah, so we've got sprung buffers. Although this one, yeah, these ones aren't. They're not perfect sprung buffers, but they are sprung, so you know it's okay. So we've got the coupling on one end, which is the end where the buffer beam has come off, quite typically. So so the previous owner obviously has fit the buffer beam on that, but yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with it. I really like it, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. Finally, I've got this model. I've been wanting this model for absolute years. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I'm going to do another review later on, maybe in a few different shots, not just one shot. But as this one was just a quick one, I'll just do a one-shot review. But I plan to do one on the next one on GC Weathering's Class 47 Duke of Edinburgh's Awards, and which is obviously one of mine. I've had it for a little while, but I haven't really featured it much in videos apart from maybe just a static display of Locomotive in the yard. And also I'm going to review other locos of my fleet, for example, like the Class 25, etc., which has been opened, but you know, by GC Weathering. But I just want to show the weathering and the detail of the Locomotive and what I thought of it, you know, when I opened it up, and what what you guys think of it, etc. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and this has been Samuel Beeman of the Trundley Close Railway Centre, and I'll speak soon.